Celer Network. So, Celer Network is a proper beast. It's one of the most used bridges in all of crypto. And since launch, they've done an immense amount of volume, an immense amount of transactions. It's one of the most complete bridge networks in all of crypto. The team behind it are exceptionally strong. And I think this is one that should gain very, very well. There's a couple of things going against it that I'll talk about in this video as well. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying these coins up. They were ones that I expected were going to make me a lot of money. If you'd have done the same, if you'd have popped $100 into the coins when I released the videos, you'd have got in at these prices. If you'd have sat on them for 16 months, you'd have sold them at these prices. And if you'd have put $100 into each, your total profit from all 26 in under a year and a half would have been over 123 grand. Now, in under a year and a half, from a $2,600 investment, you'd have been able to buy a house. That's how good these crypto markets can be. I don't share the coins I'm in on YouTube anymore. I do share them on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. If you go onto the site right now, and if you were to join up today, you would see my entire portfolio. Whenever I add to my portfolio with a crypto, I let my members know what crypto I'm going to buy and at what price. Whenever I sell one, I let my members know what crypto I'm going to sell and at what price. This means my members make the exact same profit as me because they're buying and selling at the exact same price. If you go onto the site, you'll see what my members have earned. You'll see what I've said in the past. You can verify all of it. It's all public record. And guys, again, the spreadsheet took, those profits were in 18 months. You got less time now because we're already in a bull cycle. In a couple of months, these markets are going to be going to new highs. If you don't have your portfolio sorted, you've got to get it done soon. So if you've got crap cryptos or if you've not got a portfolio at all, have a read of copymycrypto.com. Because if you do, I think you'll realize it's a service you got to try out, guys. Now, Celer Network. So it's a blockchain interoperability protocol. It enables a one-click user experience. And this is by accessing tokens, DeFi, GameFi, NFTs, and governance across tons of different chains. Developers can build inter-chain native dApps using the Celer interchain messaging framework, which means you gain access to liquidity across multiple chains, as well as shard states. The users of Celer-enabled dApps will enjoy the benefit of tons of different blockchains through a single chain. And it was founded by a group of engineers with incredibly strong backgrounds from MIT and UC Berkeley. They've all worked in high-profile tech companies, whether it was, Google, whether it was like Amazon. They've all got an insane amount of experience in development. Now, the Celer Network architecture is supported and secured by its own blockchain state guardian network. Basically, it uses proof of stake consensus variation called delegated proof of stake. The algorithm allows participants to stake their coins for a reward while transferring the responsibility of validating transactions to delegates. So again, it means you're not having to do any of the work, really. You're just benefiting from the staking gains. It's also built on Tendermint and serves as a messaging router between different blockchains. And when you take a look at what's been achieved in the short space of time that they've been up and running, you can see that their bridge network is incredible. The C Bridge has processed more than $14 billion of transactions for over 500,000 users. As I said, the interchain messaging framework built using Tendermint has allowed for the deployment of multiple different smart contract dApps or smart contract protocols. Tons of liquidity and MEV protection as well. And when you take a look at the chains supported, over 45 chains, over 175 tokens, all in this tiny, tiny, tiny space of time. If you check out C Bridge, so this is one of the most simple bridges. As you can see, Ethereum mainnet. So I can go through and I can move across all of these chains. It is so goddamn simple. Cost-wise as well, it's fine. say I want to move 1 ETH from Ethereum's mainnet to Arbitrum's, obviously I'll lose a little bit of ETH, but in terms of fee, your fee is minute as well. So estimated arrival time is pretty damn good as well. 4 minutes is not bad at all. When we look at staking, the staking network is, again, really easy to see. Total staked right now is 2.7 billion. Remember, there's 7.7 billion out. So, over a quarter of the supply is staked. So that means out of circulation, which means it doesn't take as much for price action to be positively affected. And these are all the validators up and running. There's 22 different validators that you can use. Again, really, 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 really strong. And this is, there we go, the Explorer. So if you want to check out Celer Scan and just see what's up and running here, you can explore the many, many chains. So in the last 24 hours, there's been about 4,000 transactions. When you're actually checking out the overall transactions per day, pretty damn good. Obviously, we've been dropping a little bit throughout May. That's down to the fact that fundamentally the markets have been a bit more fluctuating. But you can see throughout the cross-chain transactions as well what's been happening. This is consistently used and regularly. Celer Network continue to build as well. They're looking very, very strong. They've now fully integrated Exterio. They are supporting Exterio's Exterio Games Binance Smart Chain rollup. And again, they've given Layer 2 support to X Layer and working with Bedrock. Like every single week or so, they're adding integrations, they're working with new teams. And this, again, is just a sign of the team behind it. They're consistent and they're putting in the hard work to make sure this is one of the most used systems in place. Now, what's going against Celer is it's already on all the major exchanges, so it's not going to get like a listing bounce. But when we look at where Celer dropped to in the bull cycle, there were points where it was a cent, like 1 cent. And so far in this bull cycle, it peaked out at around 3.5 cents or so. So it's already been doing pretty well. Nearly 4 cents, sorry. So it's already done over a 4x or just shy of a 4x from bear cycle to bull cycle. And in terms of where this can go, I think there are more gains to be had here. Obviously, this is a project that is readily used all the time. And again, as we see more layer 1s built, as we see more layer 2s built, they will be integrated with Celer because it's so heavily used. Bridge networks are vital. As we still struggle with true interoperability across the chains, bridge networks are going to be more and more important until interoperability becomes like the norm. So right now, I think there are gains to be had here. It's all-time high. Wasn't bad, it was around the 14, 16 cent mark. It might have been 18, actually, thinking about it. I do think this is one that has the potential to hit 50 cents at least, because you're looking at a chain that will grow in usage as the markets get more money coming in. People will bridge more and more and more as the markets get hotter, particularly as altcoin season kicks on. More people will bridge across all altcoins, and Celer Network will be a beneficiary of that. If it hits 50 cents, it has a market cap of around about 3.8 billion. It wouldn't shock me to see this hit $1. Really wouldn't. But it's going to depend on how many people are flicking between chains. Because as we see the volume grow, the interest in bridge networks will grow and there'll be more money coming into it. But I think very, very strong project. And we will almost certainly see more layer 2s and layer 1s added to Celer as they come out. And again, that will be a big, big benefit to anyone that's buying Celer Network. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comments down below. Do you think it can do more? Do you think it won't do that much? Let me know in the comments. See, and if you've used Celer, how do you find it compared to other bridge networks? And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is join up at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share with my members the coins that I own. So if you were to join today, you'd see my whole portfolio. When I add to my portfolio with a new coin, I let my members know what coin I'm adding and at what price. Whenever I sell a coin, I let my members know what coin I'm selling and at what price. So this means there is no work for my members. They make the exact same profit, but they don't have to do anything. If you go onto the site, you'll see what my members have made. Those profits are the same profits that we'll be making this year because we're in a bull cycle, guys. And that's why there are thousands of members on the site. Everything on there is public record as well. You can verify all on the history of this channel. Remember, these profits from this spreadsheet were based on an 18-month window. We've got less time than that now. We're already in a bull cycle. So if you want to make these kind of profits, you got to make sure your portfolio is sorted out already. If it isn't, you've got a little bit of time before the markets start going to new highs. But once they do, if you've got crap coins or you've not got a portfolio at all, you're going to have missed out on a ton of profits. Now is the time to do something about it. If you go onto the site and read through, I think you'll realize it's a site you can try out. And remember, after 2 months, if by 60 days you decide it's not for you, email my team, we'll issue you a refund. It is no problem at all. And that's it from me, guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.